Hi guys, I'm just carrying on with this guitar thing. So I'm making the router template for the cavity cover for the controls on the back. And so I've traced the original cavity size onto this, and then I've added about a 2mm outside edge to allow for the clearance between the follower here and the actual bit itself, which is about 2mm. So we'll get this cut out and do the recess on the back of the body. Okay, so that's the template cut out. I just used a couple of large Forstner bits at the focal points here, and then cut between the holes with a hacksaw, and yeah, just with a very sharp blade and straight edge, joined everything up neatly and give it a quick sand. So just got to position this over the back and we're off. So there we go, the little rabbit is cut out here to accommodate the cover, which would probably be the very last thing I would do on this guitar. Okay, so I've been thinking about finish, because I want to finish before I put it all back together. One little problem is there seems like some sort of a defect in the wood here, because every time I look at this it's bigger. And it's not like I'm denting it against anything, so I think there must be a flaw here. I may have to take a chunk out here and plug it. Anyway, for sure the back is going to get completely painted black, and the neck will get painted black, and so from the back the guitar will have full continuity. However, I was thinking that the upper surface, apart from this little stain here, actually looks not bad. It actually looks nice, so I might try and keep this. The blank is made up of two pieces. You can see here where the grain changes, so the joint runs up here, but it runs up in a nice sort of light colored area, so you don't really see a joint from the front. So I was thinking I might try and preserve the wooden look in some way, even if it's stained, but at least it should be able to see the grain from the front surface. And so normally what I would do to have the break between the back color and the front color is I'd put some binding. Now I've never seen binding really on an SG body, so I thought for fun it might be a laugh just to put one, because I think I'd be able to pull it off to get a binding running along the center line here. Then I could paint behind it black, and the other top surface whatever finally it turns out to be. So that's kind of what I'm thinking at the moment. So next I got to do the grain filling for whatever we do, and so two options here, I think. So in the past what I've tended to do is use mahogany colored wood filler. This looks a little bit dark and brown for this particular wood, because a normal piece of mahogany would look something like this. So I'd say the mahogany one is out, so I have either natural or what's called pine. And so they're sort of similar. This one has a more sort of warmer, slightly yellow tint to it, and this one is pretty bland. So my thinking is, let me see, one of these two. So I'm not sure which one. I might try this one, because there's always a risk this guy will come out really white. And there's these little flecks. I don't know if the camera can pick them up, but there's lots of little white flecks throughout the wood here that I have to fill. And so I'd really like, if possible, that they were less visible. So I'll experiment with the back surface here, see how that gets on, and when that's sanded down, and I put a little touch of some sort of finish on it, if it eliminates these a little bit, then we'll run with this. If this turns out to just change the color of them so they show up like little yellow dots, then okay, that's going to be bad, so we'll go to this guy here. Alright, this stuff you mix it up with warm water. It's a bit of a pain to do it, but it's all water-based stuff, and so after years of working with all these other chemical stuffs, I'm kind of restricted to water-based products because any of the others tend to cause major skin problems and breathing problems and what the hell ever. So we're going to go with the stuff because I've been very happy with it when I've used this stuff on other projects in the past. It is excellent grain filler. Okay, that comes really, really white. So I think I'll be going with the mahogany after all, because this is the sort of this is not as white as the neutral one. And that looks way too white to me. So I'll do another mess around with some of the mahogany and see what that looks like. Okay, I went for a half and half approach here. So since the original beech and pine one looked very white, I mixed in some of the mahogany with it to get a sort of halfway house here. And so I put that on the, you can probably see the line here, so just this lower bit and all around over here is done with the darker stuff. And I think that's far more satisfactory. You don't have all these little white pieces that you can see up here. So I think this is what we'll go with. We'll go with this. As I say, it doesn't really matter for the back because it'll all be primed and painted anyway, but if I want to keep the option open of having a grain show through on the top side, then I think this is the grain filler tone that we'll go with. Okay, so I've redone the whole back here with the different color. Let that dry up, send it off, and I think hopefully it'll be okay. I'll put some sort of a sealer coat on it just to see, and then if that looks okay, that'll be the plan for the front. I also found some binding. It's white, which is probably a little bit stark, so I might have to color it, but I think it'll do. So yeah, I'm getting more inclined towards running a bead binding all around the edge here, so that the back can be one color and the front can be another. I think that's it for now. So my day today has not been entirely productive because I've been chilling out listening to R.T. Shaw. Why not? It's weekend.